So for example 3, you're given this Venn diagram that has sets A, B, and C, the universe, whatever these things represent, and you can see the numbers. So you have, like, for instance, 7 that are inside of, that are part of A but not in B and C. You have 11 that don't fall in A, B, or C, that sort of thing. So what you need to do for this is look at the Venn diagram and figure out what sections that you see here fall into the categories that are described, and determine the number that fall in that set. And some of these are pretty easy, but the more simple the stuff you have in them, the more you have to consider them. So the first one says the number of elements in A. So I'm just going to look at anything that falls inside circle A. And as you can see there, that's everything there. And if I total 7, 4, 3, and 2, that is a total of 16. The second one I'm looking at for B is the number that fall in the union of A and B. So in the union of A and B, it means that anything that's in A or B or both. So I'm looking at this region right here. And again, I total up all those, 7, 4, 3, 2, 5, and 8, and I get 29. For C, I want those that fall in A and B and C. So they have to be in all 3 of them. And that would be this region right here. So there's 3. For part D, I'm looking for the number that fall in the complement of the set described by the union of A and B and the intersection of C. So essentially what I'm looking for here is, first I'm going to look at A union B, which is basically the same thing we had in part B, those 29 elements there. But now we're really looking at those that fall in C as well. So looking at this region, like right here. Now, I want the complement of that, so I want now everything that falls outside of that region. So what falls outside of that region is this. Now, I made a mistake when I made the PowerPoint slide because it's not 12. 12 is what's inside that region. I got to find what's outside of the region. So right idea, just I put the wrong number in. Just noticed that as it came up. So I want to total up what's on the outside. So I have 7, 2 is 9, 8 is 17, 28, 38. So there's 38, whatever these are, elements in group D. And as far as E goes, I'm looking for those that fall outside of A union B and not C. And I want to do the complement of that. So again, A union B is everything, in this region right here. Let me get my laser pointer going. So anything that falls in these 2 circles again, those 29 elements that we had from B. Now I'm looking for those that fall outside of C. So I'm looking at these 17 items here. But I want the opposite of that. So I want anything that falls outside of that region. And there's 33 items that fall outside of that. So, so basically having the Venn diagram comes in handy because you can shade it and see what's there. And it makes some of these a little bit easier to handle.